All right, folks, we are back with a new video for you today. And look, I have my hair back. Usually when I wear a hat, it's usually just because I'm too lazy to actually, do things with it. So now you see my hair. And, the only thing that sucks about, I think everyone who has long hair knows this, is that whenever, you have hair like this, it's never going to be as good as coming immediately out of the shower. So as soon as I go to sleep with this, it's just not as good looking as it used to, so that sucks. But it's not the end of the world, it still looks good. So yeah, I get to show my hair. So whenever my hair looks good, I like showing it off. But yeah, and then also I'm trying out this microphone right here. I'm trying to see if it's good quality right now. And yeah, so let's just but I actually no, this microphone is actually good quality. I have used it for on my channel, Mystery Gomez, but I want to see how good it sounds, sort of like edited. I used Audacity to make the audio sound better, so I want to see what it sounds like without going into Audacity and just like uploading it straight. Maybe adjusting the gain, but other than that, just trying to see what it sounds like. So yes, I wanted to talk a little bit about, sort of mixing YouTube and then mixing real life, because for anyone who does know, it can be very difficult to sort of manage. It can be very difficult to manage having both YouTube and both real life, and I've been, realizing this as I've been doing, Project Mom for both Mystery Gomez and this channel, and I was just wondering to myself, like, once this is over, is it going to be just as stressful? Is it going to continue to be, this difficult to sort of manage my time? And I actually think it's going to be harder once I do, start doing YouTube once school starts, because right now I have as much free time as a college student can have while, having responsibilities. And, you know, uh, it's not easy. It really is not easy to manage your time. Because, in 2 days I have a paper that I need to, like a research paper that I need to, get graded. I'm not done with, well, I am done with it, but, I'm trying to get the finishing touches because I want to get a really good grade so that it can fulfill my requirement for graduating. So I'm really trying to get that out there. But at the same time, I don't have a video ready yet for you guys at all. Like, I do have scripts. I have a lot of scripts. Let me tell you, coming up with ideas and writing scripts is probably the least time-consuming part of the video making process. I would say like a good script is like 30% of all of it, because you can make a good video with no script at all. So having a good script is, I would say, around 30%, and then the editing, voice acting, anything like that, that takes up the majority of it. So yeah, I have scripts ready, but that's like nothing. What needs to be interesting is my voice acting, what I choose to edit in, what I choose to leave in, what I choose to leave out, how I choose to edit my videos, things like that. That's what's going to make the video interesting, and I have none of those ready right now, only scripts. So yeah, I'm trying to wonder just how am I essentially going to do this, and it's it the way I'm going to start doing YouTube after this is not going to be the same. It's going to be a little bit different. I kind of don't want, I want to see if I can still manage to do, I'm probably not going to do videos every day. I'm probably going to do videos every weekday instead of doing every day, just so I can use the weekend to get other videos done. More specifically, I would like to get either Mystery Gomez videos on weekends or just do schoolwork on weekends, because weekends I actually do get a lot of work done. I don't Fridays is usually the only day where I actually go out and do things, but Saturday and Sunday I usually use that time to, like, actually do things, actually get work done, either study for tests or, do a YouTube video. So that's how my schedule might be going into the future. But yeah, when you spend full time on YouTube, and when I mean full time, I mean like, like a full-time job. When you do that, plus having a real life, it can actually be really stressful. It can really bring out that stress in you. And sometimes I don't think it's worth it for a lot of people to do. But if you're going to do YouTube, go all out. Go all out. Make the highest quality videos you can possibly do. Highest quality. Like, like, believe me, do not do YouTube. I would go against, doing Let's Play videos as like your first time videos to see if you like it or not. Simply because I don't think it challenges people enough. I don't think people take it as a challenge at all. And what I mean by that is, they do Let's Plays, but Let's Plays are supposed to be casual. But, most people who do Let's Plays, they're not really that interesting when they, make it, when they actually make those videos. So, and, it's not to insult anyone, because, I mean, how interesting do you think you really are when you're just talking casually? Not many people are that interesting kind of person. Most people are, they're themselves. They're themselves, and there's nothing wrong with being yourself. But those videos, Let's Play videos, do not challenge people at all unless you put in the effort of doing so. Having good editing, knowing what jokes to leave in and leave out, things like that. And don't even strict yourself only to doing like Let's Plays and things like that. Really like try to, branch out a little bit more. Try different types of videos, because if you don't, then YouTube's not going to seem interesting after like a month. After a month, YouTube might not seem interesting if you just do Let's Plays and things like that. But again, that's only my recommendation. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to take my advice like that. I'm only saying that that's just how I feel in terms of making entertaining content. I feel like we have enough Let's Play videos already out there in the world. We already have enough Let's Players. You could still do it. I do Let's Plays from time to time. I do commentary from time to time. There's nothing wrong with doing it for fun. But if you really want to take YouTube to the next level, really try to find your voice. Finding your voice is much more important than making content all the time. I really do feel like that's way more important, is to find your voice. Because having a really, really good voice, and voice does not mean what you sound like. That does not mean like just because I have a voice doesn't mean I found it. I still haven't found my voice on YouTube in particular, because I really don't know what type of content I really want to start making. I have some ideas coming up, but they're not really fully fleshed out yet. So yeah, I'm still finding my voice. I'm still finding what things I can make interesting. And usually those things are, what you're into already, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's really nothing wrong with, talking about video games or talking about books or things like that. But you definitely have to find a way to make it your own. You can't make it someone else's thing. You really have to make it your thing. And that's one of the most difficult things to do. And when you do a Let's Play, it's really hard to just make it your own thing. Because if your jokes aren't making people laugh, or if what you're saying is not making people interesting, then you just look like a copycat. And it's really hard to do. It's really hard to get out of that, get out of sounding and looking like a copycat. So, always my recommendation is always just trying, really trying something. I guess in the video game realm, I wouldn't say video game reviews, but I would say video game analyzation. That would be a better approach to things in terms of finding your own voice, because when you find something unique out of a video game and you can talk about it in a very interesting way, then that does help you. That does help you. So when you do mix YouTube, I realized I did get off topic a little bit. I was giving people advice, but yeah, like when you mix YouTube and real life, yeah, I guess those are the things you kind of have to figure out. I guess I would say, don't we don't have enough time, to do everything. We don't have enough time. So if you're gonna spend the time on YouTube, you might as well make them as great of a videos as you can. Now you might be saying, Melvin, you're doing this. You're doing this YouTube channel where you just do videos every day. They're not they're not the most interesting things in the world. They're just there. And yeah, like that's kind of the point of these videos, but they're not my main point of my videos. I did not make this like my main thing. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go on YouTube to just talk to people 10 minutes every day. No, like these videos, they do take up time. They take up, I would say these videos take up about like 2 hours of my day each day. Looking at them, editing them, making sure the audio sounds great, recording them, things like that. They do take up about 2 hours of my day, and then just making sure they get uploaded. Yeah, so that does take up some time, but that's not my main focus. My main focus is always going to be my main channel. This is not my main channel. This is just so I can talk get things out there as quickly as possible, and maybe, hopefully, maybe one of these videos could be an idea for a bigger video later on. I don't know. Finding ideas is definitely like a thing you kind of have to do on a regular basis when it comes to, making content online. And I'm not much of a writer. I don't write much. I consider myself to be a bad writer, in all honesty, and I find just talking just a lot better. Like, if everything I spoke was written out in a book, I would feel like that's more interesting than me writing something down. I feel that way. Some people tell me, like, no, my writing's actually not that bad, but that's just how I see it. So I just feel more comfortable, speaking. So, but in some ways, writing for 2 hours might actually be more beneficial for me than talking into a camera. So maybe I can start doing that instead once this month is over. Maybe that will be an idea for me, because I think writing for 2 hours, since that's my worst skill, I think that would be better for me than doing this. But again, we'll see. I still want to do content every day, so if I do start writing an hour a day or things like that, I would have to figure out something to do with this channel. And I do have some ideas, just not any I'm going to do this month at all. But so yeah, you have to stay, and hopefully, I keep my word. But we'll see. What I say on YouTube is never guaranteed. It's never at all guaranteed. And it sucks. It sucks. I wish I could be more reliable in terms of the things I say on YouTube, but I'm not. And I'm willing to admit that, because again, I don't see YouTube as a priority. If I really want to, sleep all night and not get a video uploaded, like, that to me, that's how I am. If YouTube was my full-time job, I don't know. I would see it as a very stressful job to have, mainly just because there's no guarantee of a reliable audience. Even when you have like 100,000 subscribers, you cannot guarantee all 100,000 of those people to watch your content, to watch or buy your content. And that's a scary thing. That is a very scary thing. Even people with millions of subscribers, they cannot predict their own fan base. Even people with 100 subscribers can't predict their own fan base. They can't predict what they're going to say. They can't predict what's controversial, what they're going to find entertaining, what they won't find entertaining. So when you do start off with YouTube, since you can't predict it, you might as well just try other things. But when you do Let's Plays, you're not really putting your full potential out there. You're just talking in front of a camera and then doing things, so that's essentially what I'm trying to get at. Like, you can't predict the algorithm. Just try everything first, and then if you like Let's Plays at the end, then go for it. But I would highly recommend trying everything, because everyone has different talents. Okay, not everyone has a talent of doing Let's Plays. Okay, not everyone. You could definitely, do full-time YouTube. It's possible for anyone to do full-time YouTube by doing Let's Plays. That's definitely possible. But I would always recommend fulfilling your potential as much as you can. That is definitely one of the most important things to do in your lifetime. Because we always have the opportunity to fulfill our potential, or to at least obtain it. But we never, like, oh, dang. Oh my gosh. But yeah, we don't have that kind of thing. We don't do it as much as we used to. My phone almost fell to the ground. But yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say. So with that said, I hope you guys have a wonderful time. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. So take care.